first I thought that I would just make a video talking simply about books only. So yeah, I just wanted to focus on books, but then I thought that I would tell you about what has been going on in my life as well. A little bit. I don't know how much detail I'm going to share, but we'll see. Oh, and I have cola here today. I used it in my I Tried ASMR parody for April 1st, for April Fools. I thought that I would use it again in a video. Let me open it first. Okay. I really don't want to spill it somewhere, so. Okay. The reason why I was so careful is that they make these bottles so thin these days that it's ridiculous. And if you grab it when it's full, it will kind of blow up in your face. It's great, wonderful. Okay. Let's enjoy these sounds first. I did this sound in my I Tried ASMR video. Really liked it actually. Anyways, so I dyed my hair yesterday, and it's really interesting because it looks grey on camera, but it looks brown in real life. Camera always messes up the different colors, and it always looks so weird compared to how it looks in real life. But it's actually pretty dark. It's interesting. Yeah, you can see like here with the yellow light, it's brown, but here it's kind of grey. I don't know, it looks better in real life, trust me, but yeah, I've toned it. I wasn't planning for it to look brown, but it looks brown, and I hate it, like I actually quite like it. So it was almost like a task failed successfully kind of deal, because I wasn't really going for a color like that, but it looks okay, I guess. Anyways, I am just sidetracking a lot. So where do I even begin? Things in my personal life have been a little weird, I would say. Like there hasn't been a area in my life where everything would be going well, basically. Or at least like how I would want it to be, kind of. Things are okay, but they're just not how I would imagine it to be. I don't know. I think you know what I mean. And I notice usually if I am getting into like a reading slump, in 90% of cases, that means that I'm not really happy in my personal life, if that makes sense. If you don't know what a reading slump is, it's basically when you don't really feel like reading. So it's kind of like when you really want to do something, it's your passion, it's your hobby, but you just don't really feel like doing it anymore. And you can hear my necklace, by the way, it's like a little pansy. And I've just had this weird relationship with reading in the last few months. And I think that it's because A, I was really busy with other stuff, but B, I don't know, always fake, right? Like, of course, you cannot tell what the person is like from 2 pictures that they post once a month, you know? Like, of course. But when it comes to my friends, it was a little different, or more specifically friends that I don't really talk to anymore, but we still follow each other. And suddenly, it almost like created an illusion that they're having like a perfect life and I don't, and I am doing really bad, and I don't even know where I'm going with this. You get what I mean? Like, suddenly I felt really, really bad about myself. And because these people were used to be my friends, I didn't really like recognize it at first. Obviously, if like an influencer posts something, that's a different story, I feel like. But when it's your friends, it's a little different, if that makes sense. And suddenly I felt like, how would I even describe this? I felt bad about reading so much because I'm not like living real life. But it's so weird because, like, at the end of the day, books are just like media, you know, like another type of entertainment, whether it's YouTube, movie. If I'm watching a movie, I don't feel that way. Why do I feel that way about books all of a sudden? Or if I watch like a TV show, I just look at it as like, oh, it's an entertainment. I'm just gonna watch the TV show for like, I don't know, an hour, and then I'm gonna go back to whatever I was doing. But I can do the same with books, and I've had this like weird love and hate relationship all of a sudden. And like, just talking about it, it doesn't make any sense. Like, it just doesn't. But I guess there's this like perception that like, if you read a lot, you're not really living your life and whatever, and you're not social. You can do all of those things. It's up to you how you want to, you know, organize your life, I guess. But because of that, I haven't been really reading a lot. I've been listening to audiobooks, and I've discovered some great audiobooks because I can do something else while I'm listening to them. And so it's easier, or it's, I don't want to say like digestible because that doesn't make sense, but it didn't make me feel as bad about listening to something, you know, while I was also doing something else, like cleaning, you know, doing chores, stuff like that. And I feel like, yeah, it's just like, I need to get off social media. I don't really go on my channel Instagram either because, I don't know, sometimes it's just, I'm not in the right headspace to be constantly checking out other people's lives, you know, especially like a polished version of their lives. We all do that. I mean, it's inevitable. You're not gonna probably post a video of yourself crying at 3 a.m. about how bad your life is, you know? Like, no one does that. And if you do, more power to you, but like, most people don't do that. And I know all of these things, and yet I still get tangled up in it. I don't know, I need to reevaluate my life choices a little bit and just spend less time on social media. I noticed that the more time I spend on social media, the worse my happiness gets, or like my mental health gets. And I've been spending quite a lot of time on social media these days, while I could be doing something completely else, you know. And sometimes I'm telling myself, stop scrolling, but I just can't. And I've heard that it's because, like, especially like on TikTok or like the Instagram reels, your brain gets overstimulated so much that it's hard to get off social media and like stop it. Did you recognize how hard it is sometimes to just stop scrolling through like crazy basically. It's like your brain is just digesting so much information at once that it's kind of hard to suddenly stop it, because once you put your phone down, all of a sudden you're back in your reality and nothing crazy like that is probably happening around you. So that's something to think about. And even though I know that now, I still have sometimes troubles just like getting off, putting the phone down, getting off social media. Just stop the madness and just do something better, I guess. And there's not a problem like books or even movies. If you think about it, they don't stimulate your brain as much. You're not constantly overwhelmed with different kinds of stuff all at once, So the thing is, I think it's kind of made that way. It's made for you to stay on social media and to watch more ads and all that. And even though I acknowledge it, I know that still sometimes I get caught up in it. And that's something that I've been kind of struggling with a lot. If you think about it, even YouTube, like the regular videos, they're not like that too. It's just like, shorts, reels, TikTok, basically. Anyways, that's not all I wanted to talk about in this video. Because of just kind of not being happy with my reading, I've been trying to branch out to like other genres and read more nonfiction. And I'm currently preparing a video for my my normal voice channel about books, titled like a unhelpful guide to diversifying your reading, something like that. So I've been kind of just collecting ideas, and most of them come from my brain, but obviously not all of them. But obviously I was inspired by a lot of other stuff, and I wanted to tell you about this challenge. So it's on a story graph. So if you don't know what story graph is, it's basically social media for books. I don't know if I would even classify it as social media. It's something like a Goodreads, but it's not owned by Amazon, and it's so much better. So much better. And there has been like a challenge, I didn't even know about this, titled the Storygraph Genre Challenge. And basically you have 10 prompts, and the prompts are supposed to help you with diversifying your reading. And I've discovered so many great books through this challenge. So one prompt is like a romance book written by a black author. I didn't even notice how the romance genre is dominated by mainly like white people, I didn't even notice. Anyways, or a non-fiction book about nature, or a true crime book written by a woman, or a book about politics in a country that's not your own. There's probably more. There's 10 of them. Or, I know, a literary fiction written by a indigenous author. I don't think I can name all of them right now. A memoir written by a transgender person. Just like really kind of interesting books, interesting genres, subgenres that you wouldn't even think about normally, because I feel like on like TikTok and Instagram they're constantly the same books recommended to you over and over and over again. And it's, I don't know, I don't really mind reading an overhyped book. It's just that in most cases it doesn't really live up to the hype. I'm not authors right now, but I feel like it's good to like kind of get out there and, you know, just collect or, you know, get more ideas from other countries, other authors, other, you know, ethnicities. Oh, I just remembered another one, an essay collection by a new to you author. That's also like a great one. So I've been discovering so many great books through this challenge, and in most cases I just look up books on like Script, because I have to have the app, which is kind of like Netflix for books, and I just see if like a book is available in an audio format, and if it is, then I listen to it, because I don't want to go and like get more physical books. Just, I like physical books, of course, but it was getting out of hand, and so I don't really like ebooks either, so I need to listen to audiobooks instead. If I want to, you know, just diversify my reading, I guess. So that has been really exciting, and it kind of pulled me out of my reading slump a little bit, because I've discovered so many great books. There are genres that I wasn't even like fully aware of, if that makes sense. Like, after basically being a reader my whole life, there are things that I just discovered. I know it sounds silly, but it is true. Anyways, that's not just like the only tip that I'm gonna be saying in my video, so make sure to watch the video once it comes out. I don't know when I'm going to be filming it, probably next week or the week after that. Yeah, we'll see actually. I don't know yet. Okay, is there something else that I wanted to talk about? I can't think of anything else, probably. Oh, by the way, can you even see the candle that's burning in the salt lamp? I don't think so, because it's so light around me that I don't think you can even see that, so that's a fail. I need to figure that one out. The thing is, I don't like filming in the dark because the video gets grainy, so I prefer to adjust the colors in my editing software, like post-production instead. I always make it darker than what it actually is originally. So yeah, I mean, that's a little tip. If you are an ASM artist, just don't film in the dark unless you have a really good camera, then go ahead. But I don't. My camera doesn't do well in the dark, I've noticed. And sometimes it doesn't do well even in like the daylight. I don't know why. It's just sometimes I mess up the settings so much that it just looks grainy, and I have no idea why. So I always try to fix it, and then the next video it's just fine. I don't know. Even though the original settings are fine as well, so I don't know what's happening there. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and end this video now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked me rambling. I kind of feel like this video was a little all over the place, but it's okay. I mean, it's a whispered ramble. I'm rambling. What do you expect? You know. So that's it. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.